Hello, look at this outfit. These are not the droids you're looking for. I'm keeping it on because it's cold in the shed and it's also there's a storm outside. Welcome to a day in the life of Steve. I thought I'd make a video. So, just got in the shed, it's cold, put the aircon on as the heater. And part one. So follow me through the day as I produce my content. Sounds like a poo, but it's not. Although in some ways it might be, but it's not. We start off with turning the heating on, and then I'm going to settle down and record today's all-hit radio show, available weekdays from 1, although I'm doing it slightly ahead of time because the way the system works. So join me as I sit down and do some radio-ins. So sometimes I use this microphone, but today it will be easier to use this microphone, and this is the thing I'll be recording into. Jingles up there, where's my finger in the shot? Jingles up there, recording to there. Let's see how it's done. So this is how I sit and do the recording with the newspaper here. Ignore the clothes, they'll get tidied up before we do the live show. I might wear some of those. Also, sorry, there seems to be a picture of a bottom on the... Are you allowed to show bottoms on the internet? I'm not sure. Ironically, it looks like you could park another bike on top of that bike, but that's not what we're here to do. This is the newspaper. I will read into the thing and record the thing. Let's do one. It's all hit radio. That is Bonnie Tyler, and It's a Heartache. If you listen to the 12-inch version, turns out it was actually just wind. Trapped wind. Fact. You go and find it and have a listen. Good afternoon, I'm Steve. In the world of entertainment news, I got one for us. Danny Dyer Bowen. Now, just to clarify, that's Danny Dyer, but not the bloke Danny Dyer, the daughter Danny Dyer. But we don't call her Danny Dyer anymore because it was confusing, same name as the dad. Now it's Danny Dyer Bowen because Danny Dyer's married Jim Bowen? No, I got confused there. Anyway, the point is this woman broke down in tears on Celebrity SAS Who Dares Wins as the 5 remaining contestants received video calls from family members. And I saw that and I thought to myself, imagine being related to someone who's so tough, so stoic, that they can survive the hardships of being in the fake SAS. They can deal with the challenges. They are so tough. And the one thing that's even worse than that, video from you. That's the one that gets them. Take that as a hint, why don't you? It's all hit radio. Right, that's the radio show done, and hello, by the way. I should have said, actually, we do the all hit radio show, we prep for the live stream, and then there's also, I'm on Talk TV from 1 o'clock. These are not the droids. That's in my head now, great. So what I do in this stage is I start slicing up the newspapers. Now, a lot of people say to me, Steve, how do you cut out the news? Of course they flipping don't. You've seen cutting before, but look, I like to do it this way, using a penknife, a penknife, as Nigella would pronounce it, to do that way. But if you try and slice up this with a penknife, you're going against the thread of the newspaper. This is probably not the content you're here for, but then I just trim up here. It doesn't have to look sharp because the whole thing is, look how rough and ready the show is. Look. This is a news story about Keir Starmer celebrating Burns Night by having, let's have a look at the pictures, an iron brew and some Tunnock's tea cakes. Great! Which is pathetic, miserable, but also kind of patronising, isn't it? What are Scottish... Quick, we need some Scottish... What are Scottish people like? Snack foods. If you could get that involved. Make sure, whatever you do, we're celebrating Burns Night. If there's a vegetable around here, I will fire you. You know what I mean? Right, so I'll plough on through the newspapers and get all this stuff ready for the show. So now I type up what's in the show for use in promotional activity. I thought I'd give you the screenshot on this one because this shows how much I reuse stuff. The document's called The Time Show, so obviously not on Time FM anymore. I've changed some of it. This is highlighted yellow because it used to be like a dynamic link. So every time I typed up there, it used to copy it lower down. I got rid of that ages ago. This is some old tech still being used. But on the show today, I definitely know I'm talking about Storm Chandra. But that's not top item, is it? Chandra. Then I'll find what else is in there. There's a thing about monkey bands. Monkey bands. What else is there? Some Nigel. I need something that's a bit big hitting. Alan Carr. Oh, hello, Alan Carr. Oh, Suella, of course. All right, we'll come up with some... I'll think of some names for it anyway. A few minutes away from starting. So this screen has like a preview of what's going out, or the comments, and it also has whatever's going to be in my little headline overlay thing. There it is. You can see it's up there. Hi, there it is. There's the camera. The camera's up there with the auto cue in it. Look, you can see a version of it. Sweet. And that's about it. So here we go. We're going live. Hello and welcome to Stephen Allen Almost Daily. I'm Stephen Allen and this is a day. What more do you want? Welcome. Right, I'm just putting the earpiece thing in to do the Talk TV thing. The colours go weird. We never use the colours normally like this. Hang on, oh yeah, my arm doesn't really quite fit. So I'm going to go and do the Talk TV thing. Same camera, just slightly change things around. Here we go. No party's going to fix it. That's not going to be a thing that Reform does, or the new Tories, the brand new Tories, whatever they want to call themselves, or Labour. No one's going to actually deal with those issues. But every party benefits by saying, we are the solution to the breakage. And we're done. That was the Talk TV. I've gone green just for a bit of contrast. Let's finish it on this camera. So that's what I get up to some days. Get into the shed, put the heating on, and try and pump out some content. We did the All Hit Radio show on allhitradio.com and DAB all over the southeast now, like you wouldn't believe. Ooh, youtube.com/@MrStephenAllen for the streaming shows. Tuesdays, Thursdays, some Fridays, some Mondays, nighttime coming online at some point. And then every so often I'm on Talk TV doing some of that business. Thank you very much for watching this making of Stephen Allen. I don't think this was a making of Stephen Allen. It's certainly not the making of Stephen Allen so far, is it? But it's a fun thing to do. Ko-fi.com/@MrStephenAllen if you'd like to lob a quid in my general direction. And I think we're done. Have yourself a good one.